Alright guys, we're going to take a look at the camo signature rest represented here on your right and the new hybrid hunter rest on the left here. And in this video I want to talk about the differences between the two. Hopefully by the end I will give you guys a really good explanation of each, and you'll be able to make a decision as to which one is right for you and your style of handgun hunting. So we're going to take a look at these one at a time. I want to state before we get started here, I have absolutely no bias or animosity towards either one of these. I designed them both, and they both took several years to finalize the design of them. So I'm very proud of each one. I love both rests. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the camo signature rest, and then we'll talk about the hybrid hunter after that. If you were just to come to me right now and not give me any information and say I need a handgun rest for hunting, I'm going to put you in the signature camo rest without even thinking about it. The reason is because this really covers 90 to 95% of applications out there. It's very quick to adjust. You can up and down, it's very fast. You can give it a quarter turn and lock it in. It's very stable. Your windage left and right is going to be the same way. So it's a very functional, very fast, easy to use rest, and the footprint's small. That's another thing I really like about it. So let's talk about different guns. If you came to me and said, I'm going to hunt with a 10mm auto, and we're going to let this PPQ represent that. I don't have a 10mm with me. This is the rest I'm going to put you in. This gun's probably going to be a kind of a 50 to 100 yard gun anyway, and you're not going to gain anything by going to the hybrid hunter rest using this platform. So let's move to the kind of the revolver sort of gun. This is a Ruger Super Blackhawk Bisley Hunter, and it's a .44 Magnum. Most of the time I'm going to use a signature rest, and the reason I say most of the time is because I'm unique in the sense that I have the ability to use either one. But if I already own this signature rest, I'm not going to update to the hybrid hunter rest. There's really no reason to do that. I was able to keep this within a half an inch of the center of the target today at 50 yards, just playing around with it. Like I said, I've really fallen in love with this rest all over again. Let's move on to a different gun. The big Encore here. Now maybe this is where you might consider going to the hybrid hunter rest. Obviously we'll talk about that when we get to it, but not in every scenario. So if I'm going to go on maybe a high country mule deer hunt, something where I have to park at the trailhead and do a lot of hiking, but I still own this gun, I want to use it, I'm still going to use the signature rest every time. There's a couple reasons for that. It's 3.5 pounds. It's much lighter, or a little bit lighter than the hybrid hunter, which is going to come in at 5.2 pounds. But the signature camo rest also has the cool ability to come off. You can put one of these Arca Swiss plates on it and just use the words I put on the screen as your search when you go into Google. But you can get these on eBay or Amazon, B&H Photo. They're like $6 to $8, maybe a little bit more depending on which one you get, but they're cheap. And you can put another one of these on your spotting scope. So now you're going to take the rest, put it in your pack, or just lay it down, put your spotting scope on here, and now you have a fluid head where you can sit there and glass a particular basin, and then just take your spotting scope off, obviously switch it back to the signature camo rest. Okay, this of course is the hybrid hunter. We started developing this rest last year, 2018, and really worked on it through the summer, and in the fall kind of did some testing on it and brought it to market this spring. Some of you may remember that launch, I guess around March. Anyway, this rest, the ergonomics are absolutely outstanding. You steer the rest just by putting your hand on the handle and your arm on the rest itself. That's going to give you a good ergonomic platform and create some weight adds stability. So you're gonna have the weight of your arm, the weight of the larger fluid head, and we really designed this rest to extend your range with your bottleneck cartridge on hunts where you don't have to walk a super long distance. Something that comes to mind, I guess, would be like a pronghorn hunt, speed goats you might call them, where you kind of drive around till you spot some, and then you can kind of work your way in a little bit of a spot and stalk, and then a long distance shot. So something like that, I would be inclined to take the Hybrid Hunter. If you are going to use a heavier gun like this Encore, maybe a Contender, the XP100s, XP100 clones, bolt guns, those type of things, I would lean more towards this rest, but I'm not necessarily locked into it. If you have a long hike, I'm still going to lean more toward the signature rest. Now, my favorite thing about this rest is I love going to the range. It's perfect for an all-day range session just because the ergonomics are so good. You can sit there and it's very, very comfortable. So the main thing about this rest, just know that it is quite a bit heavier. It's a larger footprint. You can take this handle off and just use the handle on the rest to steer it if you want. So just something to play with if you decide to go with this rest. So that's really all for the Hybrid Hunter, as just comparing the two. As always, if you guys have any questions you want me to answer personally, maybe talk about yourself, your style, your gun, your physical fitness level, all those types of things, we can really put that together and discuss which one would be right for you. Send me an email. Email is on the screen. You can also call. Just keep in mind, I do have a regular job during the day, unfortunately, so I will not be able to get back to you till after hours, but I will get back. Just leave a message. If you are into these sort of things, a handgun hunter, and want to learn more information, please subscribe. We also have an email list. Just go to Trifectahandgun.com and one of those glorious pop-ups will greet you shortly. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and give somebody some of your positive energy today.